This is me again, Shegungele. Welcome to my blog. Okay, this is going to be a back to school episode, and we're going to talk about Nigerians losing our Nigerianness. Okay, and I'm going to start with the children. Now, we know lots of people are going back to school. You want your kids to look beautiful. You want them to look nice. Please, 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 and please, don't put on weave on for your children to school because you think they would look nice, they would look beautiful, but there has to be age appropriation for kids to put on weave on to school. They put on weave on to school, they look so westernized, they come back home, they grow up, they don't want to do it. What's wrong with you taking them to a braider, to a weaver? Let them braid their hair, let them weave their hair. You say, oh, they have to put on weave on because you don't want to go through the stress of styling their hair every day, but guess what? You brush the weave on every day. You still pull on their scalp, you pull on their roots. So why not just go ahead and do weave for them, or do Ghana weave, or braid their hair? And I don't know what happened to parents doing their children's hair when they were much more younger. I mean, I think it's a bonding time for you and your children. You know, we need to learn how to do our children's hair as they grow up. Even if you take them to braid their hair and they come home, you help them to style their hair like every week, the braids even last longer. It looks neater, they look much more better. So please, that's going to be my first point about children and their hair to school. They need to get back in touch with their roots. That is number one. Number two, we need to start speaking our Nigerian dialect to our kids. I understand when a child comes from a home where both parents don't speak the same language, but the onus is on the mother of the child to speak her own native dialect. At least let them understand something. Now, to those of you that your children, I mean, both parents are Yoruba, both parents are Igbo, both parents are Edo, both parents are Ishekiri, Isha, or whatever tribe you come from, Ijebu, I mean, whatever tribe you come from, please, let's speak our native dialects to our kids. I mean, this is the time for them to acquire the language. It's called language acquisition. And once they are over 7, it tends to get difficult. That's why you find kids from Nigeria, when they come from Nigeria, from any part of the world, they come to America under the age of, let's say, 10. They tend to blend in, they speak, their tongue switches just like that. That is the point. That is the time they can learn whatever language they want to learn. That's why you find so many people, they learn how to speak Spanish. And okay, yes, our kids go to school, they speak Spanish because they teach them Spanish in school. So why can't you teach your children Yoruba, the one they will not teach them in school? Why can't you teach them the Yoruba at home, teach them the Igbo at home, teach them the Hausa, the Ishekiri, the Edo, the Bini, teach them your native dialect? Because at the end of the day, it's doing you a huge favor. You know, they tend to grow up and they lose everything Nigerian about them. And that is not right. You know, that is even for people that are here. Let's switch back to parents in Nigeria. Please, it doesn't make any sense when you send your kids to all this private school. They speak English in school, and you come home, you cannot speak Yoruba to them. You say because you want them to speak English. You speak English to them, you cannot speak your native dialects to them. It's a waste of money, my dear, because people in America, they send their children home once they get to that age to go and do secondary school in Nigeria so they can learn about the culture in Nigeria. So those of you that are sending your children to one private school because they speak Fone, yes, they speak Fone. They will learn to speak Fone in school. They will learn to speak Fone when they travel. I mean, their tongues, it switches just like that. When they go on their vacation, when they go on these trips and everything, they will catch up, you know, just like we go to London and we come back, you know, you want to start speaking phone that you ordinarily don't have in you, you know, but these kids, I mean, their tongues switch as fast as possible. And the best thing you can do for yourself, most especially kids that are growing up in diaspora, is for the parents to speak your language to your children. Please, that is one thing you can do for yourself. Teach your kids how to speak your language. If your kid is not up to 10 years old, if your kid is not, well, me, I know secondary school, I don't know elementary or whatever in America because I did not school here. But I would say let your kids, Nigerian parents, I'm talking to Nigerian parents now, let your kids at least get to their secondary school before they can start doing weave on to school. You know, so at least that way they can concentrate on their education. You know, they can stop focusing on their hair, focusing on their looks. And you even find out these days, parents take their kids to wax their eyebrows. Little children know. Little children, what do they know? What do they know? What do they know? So, I mean, all these things, at the end of the day, you just find out these are the things they concentrate on when they go to school. They're looking at other people, looking at their hair. They're not facing their education and everything. It all adds up at the end of the day. You know, so as the children are going back to school, I'd like to implore all parents to please, please, and please, if you've done weave on for your kids for this first few weeks, that is fine. I mean, just schedule an appointment with a weaver. I mean, if you can do it for them, please try and do it for them. If not, just book an appointment with somebody. It helps them stay in touch with their roots. Number one, it gives them less attention on their hair, you know, to be able to focus on their book. And if you think it's helping them to look tidy and neat, it doesn't, because at the end of the day, we see all these children, they cannot even brush their hair. So it doesn't make it's not helping you in any way. Okay, and lastly, please let us try and speak our native dialect to our kids. My daughter is just 2 years old, and I promise you, we speak Yoruba to her. She understands. When her baby sister wakes up, you hear her say, "OTG, OTG." That is, she is up. You're up. You're up. She understands what that is. She understands what ba is, which is collect. She understands what muwa is. She bring it. She understands. We communicate with her. We converse with her in Yoruba, and that's what we do in the house. You know, and I think she's gonna grow up speaking Yoruba very, very well. You know, so I like to challenge all Nigerian parents, please, 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 and please let us try as much as possible to speak our native dialect to our kids. Okay, this is Shegungele once again, and this is my back to school edition, and let's try our best possible to keep back in touch with our roots, starting with our kids. Don't forget to subscribe to my video blog and click the like button. If you have any parents that you think needs to hear this, so maybe they go to your church and they fix weave on on their kids, and you've been trying to tell them, oh, send this video to them. Just forward it to them. Forward it to them. Just ask for their email, forward it to them, or save it on YouTube, forward it to them through WhatsApp, send it to them, they will see it. Okay, I mean, it's neighbors helping each other. Okay, and I think that's what the Nigerian culture is. It takes the village to raise a child, so let us be the village. Okay, thank you and have a nice time.